Miami, Florida is home to the largest population of exiled Venezuelans in the United States. There, the news of Hugo Chavez's death is being celebrated and seen as a chance of a new political future in their homeland. CCTV's Nitza Soledad-Perez joins us live from Miami. And Nitza, what is the plan from the expat community there in Miami?
Well, and to put it in numbers, around 50,000 Venezuelans live here in Miami. Most of them against the Bolivarian Revolution. They came to the U.S. escaping what they perceived as a government detrimental to their economic future. And they started the celebrations last night at this local restaurant because the Miami consulate has been closed for a few months due to a diplomatic spat between the United States and Venezuela.
Celebration, jubilee, and relief. These were the reactions of the Venezuelan expat community in Miami, the largest in the United States.
Chavez, rest in peace, Chavez. Let God place him wherever he wants. But here, we are going to keep fighting for dignified Venezuela.
At this local restaurant, more than 200 Venezuelans crowded in to hear the news. President Hugo Chavez died, ending his 14 years in power. The vast majority of the Venezuelans living here in Miami support the opposition. But behind their festivities, some could not hide their worries.
As a Venezuelan, I am concerned because as an immigrant, I have family, loved ones living in Venezuela, and we do not know what the future holds there.
Once dawn arrived, the local radio waves were filled with commentaries and anxiety. According to the Constitution, the Venezuelan government has to call for a presidential election within 30 days.
Right now is the moment for the opposition to understand that we have to include these followers of President Chavez and not exclude. We have to be the opposite of what the Chavismo has been doing, which means excluding the opposition.
Well, the fear among the Venezuelan expat community here in Miami is that 30 days won't be enough to prepare for an election and to let that revolutionary fervor and passions subside. Elaine?
Nitza, how will the Venezuelan exiles vote?
Well, right now, as I just mentioned before, the Miami consulate is closed here in Miami as of now. Tomorrow, they will hold a press conference demanding the government in Venezuela to reopen this consulate. But 30 days most likely won't be enough. So most likely, they would have to go again to New Orleans, where we went on October 7 to cover the voting of more than 10,000 Venezuelans, not only from the Miami area, but also from North Carolina and South Carolina.
And earlier we heard from Michael Voss in Havana saying that there is a period of mourning taking place there right now. What is the Cuban population saying in Miami about Chavez's death?
Well, the Cuban community in Miami, it's pretty right-wing and anti-communist. I do have to say that many of them publicly expressed their joy because of the death of Hugo Chavez, and they even said that they hope to hear the same news of Fidel Castro's health. That said, many would say quietly, not publicly, that they do fear that this death will bring a lot of economic hardships to their family members back in Cuba, and maybe a deja vu, a comeback of the austerity period after the Soviet bloc fell in the 90s.
All right, Nitza Soledad-Perez reporting live from Miami. Thank you.